What's up, y'all? I'm still getting used to this live situation and stuff, and getting comfortable with just talking without really knowing who I'm talking to or what I'm supposed to be talking about and everything. But my main reason for coming on here is because I want to interact with the people. You know, I just want to interact with the people. I know sometimes people got a lot of stuff going on and they need help. They need for people to just give them a different insight, and I just want to share some of my insights on stuff right about now and stuff. So anybody that's out there that's watching this, tap in, ask me some questions. How do y'all feel about the music? How do y'all feel about the economy? Yeah, how do y'all feel about the economy? You know, I really want to spend some time with y'all and hear y'all opinion about everything. You know, what y'all think about the John Morant situation. Um, who y'all think gonna win the championship with basketball? Um, how y'all feel about the music scene in Atlanta? Is it gonna stay on top? How do y'all feel about the border crisis? Is it gonna affect us? Um, how do you feel about just overall? You know, mostly the people. You know, how do you feel about us as a people and as a whole? You know, are we prospering, or are we slipping behind? I guess that's the $1 million question. Are we prospering, or are we actually seeing certain stuff that of value? What's up, Kale? And stuff. Are we actually seeing certain stuff of value um, actually becoming important? You know, yeah, man, we most definitely need to do better as a whole. You know, and like Michael Jackson said, you know, it really do starts with the man in the mirror and everything. We sort of got to be careful to we got to be careful of our role. You know, and I fight it daily, Kel. I fight it daily, Kel. Financially, I fight it hard because I know I can flood the street with so much content, and it will get me to a point to where I want to be, and it'll get me financially up through there. But it might mislead a lot of the wrong people and put a lot of people in hardship. So you know, with that being said, it's not in the best interest of the community as a whole for me to put it out. So it might it might be in the best interest of me, but I'm not selfish. So yeah, yeah, you got to try to change something every day, and everything. You most definitely got to. I just learned to look at life as being simple, man, and stop wanting so much. You know, I think people want so much in life now, to, and then they don't care how they get it. You know, they get so stuck on that vision that I got to do whatever to get to that next level, that they don't realize that sometimes you can't step on people. You know, I guess that's the hard part and stuff, and it can be very tricky. It can be tricky. Yeah, yeah, that negative post. Yeah, um, you know, and I guess that's sort of what I mean when I say with my content. Like when I put it out there, I don't highlight it in the negative way. Like you can look at certain stuff and you can look at a glass that says half full or it's half empty. If you sitting there and say half full, that means you're grateful for it because you got something. But if you're looking at it as a half empty, your mindset saying, damn, somebody took half of something from me. I need to go find out who that is. So I'm on some bullshit now. Instead of me being happy that I got that half full. So um, I try not to label a lot of my content in that aspect and stuff. At least turn it down. I'll turn it down a little. Um, but yeah, as a whole, man, we got to do better. And most definitely a test. And it's a yeah, cause we're not meant to see everything and play all the games. You know, when I say we're not meant to see everything and play all the games, um, certain information you just don't want to tell people. Like if you know you got a hothead in the family and something bad happened, you don't need to go to that hothead and go gas him up and throw flame on a fire and have him go out there and crash out. You know, we play in society. We play around like that. You know, and we ha ha, we laugh. You know, we know such and such he on go. We know such and such in our family. He had a low point where them demons and all of those are attacking them. And if we go to him and say, hey man, such and such did some foul stuff, we know they're gonna be on go. So that type of information, you know, if you up light and you care about that family member, you just won't share that information with him. So yeah, I mean, and that's what's going on with society right about now. A lot of people just don't care, and the hope level is down and everything, and it's creating a situation where they're not thinking, Kel. They're not thinking and they're crashing out. So you just can't share information with them at that same time. Like like if you got a family member that's already grieving, you just don't want to go tell them new information that will make them grieve more, especially if you know they're suicidal. So for the bigger picture, you try to figure out how can you hold back information. And right now, there's too much information coming in to too many people. I know so many people, man. They see certain stuff and they go try it. You know, they go meddling in it, and they feel horrible. They feel horrible. They watch a video, and the video tell them how to go steal a car. They go out there and try to steal the car, and they feel horrible. You know, and you hear some success stories, but a lot of them be horrible stories and everything. But what you got going on though, Kel? Yeah, but for y'all people that's out there, y'all most definitely got to try to figure that part out. Staying out the way until we figure out how to get the community, the vibrations in the community, until we figure out how to get that part back right and stuff. Let me say it like that, because everything of it ain't that bad. It's just you know, the bad thing about vibration is if it hits you and it push you at the wrong time and stuff, you know, and you just weak and you're not strong, you don't know how far it can push you. It can push you left, it can push you far right and stuff. And when you outside, you know, you can't afford to go far left and far right without bumping into somebody that just might be, his vibration might be thrown off and stuff. I can't count how many times I be out and I see altercations. You know, I see altercations all the time. I mean, Jay Dooley, how you doing, man? But yeah, I see altercations and situations go to the left all the time, and it don't be predictable. You know, it just be the vibrations of the two people when they met. It got bumped the wrong way, and they couldn't fix it. Then one of them skilled enough outside to sit there and fix that problem. And I say it like that. When I say skilled, I mean you actually been outside playing long enough to understand when you're in the wrong. If you're in the wrong, hey, say I'm sorry. You know, you understand what y'all. As kids, we learn early playing outside what people will fight for and what people will do. So we learn to abide by certain rules so that everybody don't crash out. You know, because we had parents that whooped everybody, you know, spanked everybody got punished. So we learned, you know, for sake of us not getting punished, we learn how to act amongst each other, and we learn how not to be in the wrong amongst each other. And I don't really see that in society right now. You know, people know they're in the wrong and they just don't want to admit it. You know why that man looking at your car? Nigga, them his rims on them car. You know, you done stole the man rims. Get the man his rims back. You know why the man don't like you. You out there spreading rumors about him. You know. Talking about that man don't like you. That it's a good reason why that man don't like you and stuff. But we just got to do better and got to do better in the community. Jay Dooley, I've been looking for your page for the longest, man. What I want to do is I want to do a music review on your music. So my next live situation gonna be geared towards you. I want to sit down and while we on here now, so I'm find make sure I screenshot your YouTube page. But I most definitely want to do a review on your music, man, because that went a long way when you did that little support that you did the other day. And that's what I want us to get to understand that in order for us to win, we got to support each other. Like my motto when I came in the music game was support the hustle will support you. And all I wanted to do was get inside people's head that we don't mind people who are strong. We don't mind helping people, but you got to help yourself and you got to help back and stuff. You know it's I read a post and I want to say it came from Johnny Cabell and it said Art Ugly Money Nietzsche was one of them, but it was on the line of give your people something to support. You know, give your people something to support. You know, we can't. We got to work hard on the stuff that we ask people to support, and the ones out there, y'all see people that's working hard. You know, support them. Support them. And that's my whole thing of doing it, man. That what Jay Dooley just did right there. That it's helpful because it's encouraged me to start doing this live more often and sit down and just first of all, invite y'all into my life. You know, I don't want people just staring at me while I kind of stutter over words and everything and try to share some conventional wisdom that I felt like I had to sacrifice my body to get. The knowledge I got and the wisdom that I got, it comes with a sacrifice, you know, a very good sacrifice and stuff. I appreciate that, Kel. I honestly do. I most definitely do and stuff. When I say it comes from a sacrifice, it comes from a place where I'm outside. You know, it's not safe outside and everything. So when I share knowledge of how to move, it's because I care. You know, these kids out here, they crashing out. I mean, yeah, they crashing out, man. I love them brothers to death and everything, but they just crashing out and yeah, man. I don't know. It's just one of them touching situations, you know. It real kind of touching and everything. Um, but man, I appreciate that, man. Jay Dooley, Kel, that mean a lot. You know, it really does. I'm trying to regroup, you know. Trying to regroup, but yeah, let a brother fix them eye, cause you know at the end of the day, I really do care about what's going on, man, and I support a lot of people, man, and it's very rare. It's very rare that people really support me in the aspect of not really getting something back in return. So those moments to me, you know, they kind of mean a lot because, and it's not that some people don't offer. It's just I just don't let them. You know, they're not in a position if I don't accept the gift or accept them trying to help. So I do get the fair share of people trying to help, but but mostly in life it always be more about me trying to help their situation and stuff, and it's not a bad thing. It's like, you know, but I guess, like I said, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it, and I do want to do that for Jay Dooley. I do want to take the time out to review his music and let that be the first of the situations where I sit down and I play the artist's music and I go through their whole catalog, and I want to sit there and say, okay, I want to push this song, and this song need to be pushed. Well, this song need to be pushed, and that song, okay, we need to have that as an album filler and stuff, and yeah, man, that like Jay Dooley just said, he want to see brothers win in so many different ways. That's how I feel. you know, it makes me happy to see somebody win, so I can smile, especially somebody I know, like my guy Drizzle, he winning. I'm so happy to see Drizzle doing what he doing, man. He ain't got to be outside. He ain't got to be stressing financially. It was a burden trying to chase that rap music in Atlanta, you know. And I was right there with him, you know. And you know, while they were dragging him, they were dragging me because I'm there supporting him. So as the music game dragged him along, they dragged me and stuff. But I wanted my guy to win so bad, you know. So and not just him, it's a lot of them, you know. So here I am at events that's really, to me, ain't it ain't it ain't worth being there. Let me say it like that. It just wasn't worth being there. It was a drag session. So to see my guy now don't have to go through all of that, and he's still able to get the blessings that he want, which is get folks to hear his music, and most definitely take care of his living without having to do anything wrong. I'm happy for it, and I want to see brothers win like that and stuff. So it most definitely helps in the long run too. You know, if the people in the community win, how you doing, Chris? Yeah, man. If people in the community win, then the community win as a whole. You know, it's just the community just so much happy, man. Yeah, Sam home, he working. Yeah, Sam home, he working. Um, hope God put us in a position to do a lot more. And I'm saying that in aspect because we've been talking about it for a while. You know, even when he was locked up, you know, we had some conversations. We sort of did a few interviews over the phone and everything, but every time we got to talking, you know, we always said, "Nah, we just gonna record the next time. We just gonna record the next time," and you know, we just wanted to talk about life and everything, and dealing with that system and stuff. And with Sam, you know, the last time we got up, you know, he mentioned something that was important to me that I see that's heavy, that's plaguing the community. You know, he went off to speak about killers and everything. He was like, in so many words, when you didn't cross that line and you didn't kill somebody, um, life ain't over. You know, a lot of y'all brothers out there, man, y'all operating on demon time, and y'all out there, y'all taught how to slide on somebody, and once you then did that, now you're in a limbo. I mean, a position in life to where you don't know how to handle it. You probably think that your life is over with. You don't know how to repent from it. You don't know how to you don't know how to what's up, Vine City? You don't know how to take it from that standpoint. And what he was sort of getting at is just don't go the dark way. Just don't give up and just become a guy who continues to tie because you was in the wrong. Now we might understand the first time you took somebody's life, it might have been a legitimate reason. I just don't know. We just don't. I'm not here to judge in that aspect, but what we are trying to see here is say is that we see enough brothers that once they commit that first suicide, once they commit that first killing, they just go on to be serial killers, and they terrorize the neighborhood and stuff. And we love them to death and stuff, but we see that wicked spirit up in them, and we in the community, we just stay away from them because we know in due time they're gonna crash out. And them guys like that, I ain't gonna lie, man. People in the community be hoping that they be gone. They don't you know, they hope that law get a hold of them people. I'm just being 1,000. Y'all guys who turn into those type of people out there, man. The good people in the community, they don't even want you around. Your own family gonna be scared of you. You know, I'm just being 1,000. Your own family gonna be scared of you. They gonna be looking at you like, man, I don't want that little knucklehead to come around. Cause they know you on some wicked demon time and stuff. And but yeah, but Sam and the wisdom that allowed me and him to I guess go to at that point was pertaining to that situation. And how do young men handle their first killing? Do you continue to be a killer? Do you sit here and say, I don't want to be no killer? I repent. Let me do enough work in the community to fix that. You know, I want to speak wrong on the Quran, but you know, it came to mind because I was just thinking about a lot of brothers that's heavy off into that religion, and how some of them combine that killing with it. You know, they got a chain gang mentality. You know, and they're out here, even though they're practicing that, they're still willing to be out here to take a brother's life in the name of protecting their drugs or whatever. You know, that's you know. But my thing is, when you take somebody's life, a brother, one of them was telling me that they got to figure out how can they repay society or repay, yeah, most definitely a glorification of what's been shown in community. And I apologize for my role, but I'm trying to, so I don't lose the chain of thought. Yeah, you got to be able to repay the people back for what you done took. So if you done took somebody's life, which is hard, there's no way you can repay somebody back for taking their life. You know, if you steal some cattle, if you stole 3 cattle from them, you can give them 3 cattle back and replace that. You know, but as far as taking somebody's life, you got to do a lot of work. I'm assuming, to be able to kind of, you know, repay. And I hope that you would want to repay the family that you know who lives of the people that you took, and do some service and do some justice to them. But the point is, we need to try to figure out how do we fix that problem in the community. When we done ran into a young man and we be like, okay, young man, I know you're a killer, but where do you go from this point? You done took somebody's life. Where do you go from this point? Do you keep crashing out? Do you keep trying to take somebody's life? We had to figure that part out. Like honestly, we had to figure that part out, and it's not an easy one because, like I said, don't nobody want to be around them when they get to that point. So that's why I'm sort of trying to help people and start trying to speak more so we can catch young men before they get to that point. And then most definitely gonna have to start with the images that they see. It most definitely got to be some type of monitoring on what some of the kids look at. You know, it's a tough one because of video game. Yeah, it's a very tough one and everything. But I ain't gonna talk at y'all about preaching, man, about that. Yeah, that was me and Sam saying, was sort of getting on, and I was just elaborate more on that situation and stuff. Um, I guess this one of them awkward moments where I really don't want to preach too much. Let me go check out some Jay Dooley music. No, this is what I'm finna do. I'm finna end this live, and then I'm finna go to Jay Dooley page. We're finna get stuff set up so we can go live and check out some of his music. So for y'all people that's out there, I'm finna come right back, y'all. I'm finna kind of get some stuff situated so I can check out Jay Dooley music and everything. So I appreciate everybody for tapping in. Yeah, Kel, I'm finna get some stuff set up so I can play his music real fast, man, and we can just vibe out to that so I can get that some music review and stuff.